So Marky like, what if the tournament is in the morning? I'm like, wait, what? He like, what if the tournament is in the morning? I'm like, I gotta call Sydney. Like, I gotta call Sydney. So he like, how you gonna do that? I mean, with the coolest smirk. Like, I was confused. I didn't know if he was rooting for me or not. Like, what the? He like, how you gonna do that? I'm like, why are you smiling? He like, I just want to know how you gonna do that. I'm like, see, that's the thing. It's just because you don't want to be in a tournament. You wussing out. He like, wait, what? I'm like, you wussing out. He like, hey, bro, don't say that. I'm like, you wussing out. I'm like, when you start wussing out, he like, I get it. I'll stay in the tournament. I'm like, well, stay in the tournament then. He like, how we gonna call Sydney? I'm like, finna go to Boo Man's room. He like, good luck with that. He not gonna even let you use the phone. I'm like, Boo Man like me. He like, yeah, sure. All right. Well, let me know how that goes. I'm like, I'll be back. So boom, I leave out the room. Now, Boo Man and Mom's room are right next to each other. Okay, she got her door kind of like wide-ish, crackish. It's wide, kind of. It's closed, but not really. Like you can still see. I can still see her and my dad. My dad is knocked out. It's curtains. Murder, she wrote. He sleep. Okay, that man sleep hard. My mom is a lightweight sleeper. She's light sleeper. My mom will close her eyes just to see if somebody gonna be sneaky. If she'll hit you with the all closed eyes, not sleep. So you know what I'm saying? I just never knew. I could never pinpoint my mom. And plus, my mom did not like sleeping. So I end up going confident. Walk into Caleb's room where he's sleeping at. Boom, I hit the door. I'm like, ooh. Ooh. The dude got his door locked. He got the door locked. Why? Why? Just why? What if the resort was on fire? You got your door locked, geez. So I'm like, I can't make a scene because that's gonna wake up Mom straight up, like any noise. So I'm tapping. Okay, I'm tapping. When I say I'm tapping down the door, I'm tapping down the door. So then I'm like, okay, I'm finna get dramatic a little bit. A quiet dramatic. Not a big dramatic, because I can't be as loud as I want to be. I'm with the knob. I'm just messing with the knob, right? So as I'm holding on to the knob, he unlocks the door and pull it. Boom, when he pull it, I felt it right here. I felt electronic or electricity. I felt something go pop right here. I'm like, oh, why did you pull? He like, what do you want? I'm like, shh, he's loud. Soon as he got nothing to lose. He got the headphones on. Now, let me tell you something about Boo Man. It doesn't matter if it's a trip, a vacation, he's going for a ride 15 minutes away from the home. It doesn't matter. He's going to be on the game. Even if he's going to bring his handheld game, like, he's going to be on the game. And something about Boo Man, when we used to go to Florida, is either he going to bring his GameCube, he going to bring his PlayStation, or he going to bring his Xbox. It's one out of those. He had every system. So, Caleb, when it came to, for sure, when in doubt without a drought, I go for 5,000 Alex. Caleb going to bring a system. He going to bring a system on a vacation, okay? Even though you could be bringing this man to a whole game room. You better bet he gonna have a game in his pocket on a back burner. So boom, I'm like, what you doing? He like, what it look like I'm doing? I'm like, let me in. He like, why? I'm like, shh. He like, why? I'm like, I'm peeking, making sure Mom and Dad, you know what I'm saying, ain't budged. Mom look like she knocked out, right? It look like it. So I'm like, let me in. He like, what do you want? I'm like, why are you blocking the door so bad? Who you got in here? Is you hiding somebody? Are you hiding somebody, sir? Cause it's crazy work that I have to. We're not at home. That you won't let me in. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I thought he was doing some exclusive, some rated R stuff. So he let me in, right? So first thing I do is look on the screen. He like, I'm playing the game online. He like, yeah, hold on, guys. So he like, what do you want? I'm like, why you being so mean? He like, because I got in trouble. Mom yelled at me because of this red mark on my back. Boy, you ain't getting beat like we are. You got a little bit of, you ain't even really get yelled at. Like, he just so soft. That's Libras for you. That's Libras for you. Like, he was like, yeah, she yelled at the boy. She did not even raise her voice at you. Like, sit, you soft cookie, right? Soft cookie. So he like, what you want? I'm like, let me see your phone. He like, why? Now, I'm going back and forth with Boo Man for about a good legit 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. Me and this man is going back and forth, okay, of why I need to see his phone. Then when he finally gives in, let me show you how I think this dude just do this deliberately. He say, it's dead anyway, so you let me argue with you all that time to tell me that your phone is already dead. I didn't believe him. I say, no, it ain't dead. He like, yes it is, with a smirk. You and Marky with this laughter when I'm so serious right now. I'm serious. So boom, I go on ahead and I go grab his phone, right? He had it over there by his laptop. So I go grab the phone, clear as day. The phone is blank. It won't come on. And when I hit the power, it just basically say you need to charge that joint. You can't cut that thing on. So I'm like, where's the charger? He like, I have to tell you everything. This is your stuff. This is yours. How do I automatically supposed to know what your stuff? I'm like, Caleb, stop playing. He like, I'm not playing. I'm trying to get on the game. I'm like, where's the charger so I can charge the phone? I need to make a phone call. He like, to you. I'm like, it doesn't matter. He like, if you want to see my charger, it matters. I'm like, I'm going to call Sydney. He like, that girl? I'm like, yes. Now, where's the charger? He like, it's in the room with mom and dad's suitcase. Why would you sit here and have me going back? I said, okay. Is there what? But you made sure you got your game, your cords, all your stuff. But you ain't you don't care about your phone. Because Caleb really, that phone was really for me, Marky, or mom and dad to call. Okay, like Caleb ain't was giving out no numbers to no girls or no friends or nothing like that. And his favorite cousin. So he was like, I'm sorry, now can you get out of my room? I'm like, ooh. So as I'm walking out, this dude pushed me out the door and slammed the door. Right? My mom did not wake up, but she moved. But she went from laying like this and she turned like my dad way. So I hurried up. I walked, hurry up. Went back there where Mark was at. I'm like, Marky, Caleb found it. He like, I told you it was gonna be something. I'm like, bro, he left the charger. He left the charger in the suitcase of mom's and dad, and the suitcase is open, but it's open. You know, like how when you first get in town, you unzip your suitcase and it's open. So I was like, oh my God. He said, let's just go in there and get it. I'm like, no, we gotta search. It's a big bag. We're gonna have to search. Yeah, it's open, but that don't mean the charger's right on top. So he's like, let's just take dad's phone. Now my dad, anytime that he would, no matter where he would be, it was either he would put his phone and his wallet in his shoe, or he would put it if he had a dresser. Now, the way the bed was set up in their room was in the middle, but it had 2 dressers, right? So my dad had his wallet, his phone, his cool cigarettes, you know, his key, the keys, because he had to run to. So, you know what I'm saying? He had everything right there. So we come up. We by their door. So he like, you think mom's sleeping? I'm like, don't talk. He like, how we gonna get in like that? So the door was wide enough for us to just slide to the right. It was enough for us to slide on in. So we wiggled ourselves, you know what I'm saying, without trying to open the door, because it takes, look, if we in her area, she gonna wake up. She ain't gonna stay asleep for long. So boom, as we walk in there, so he goes over there by the bag, he like, I don't see. So as all of a sudden, my mama started coughing. So we ducked down. We dug down. So Marky like, he want to go. No, we staying. We in here. We are in here. So he like, I'm like, no. Like, no, you right? But I sure sounded loud. So boom, we get lost. So she, right? Boom. So we start crawling to Dad's side. All of a sudden, we hear Caleb door. He opened the door, the room door, but when he opened it, you can hear the door because he slung the door open so loud it hit the wall. So my mom say, "Boo man, what are you doing?" So he talking. He got the headphones. He like, "Guys, I'm going to go use it. I'm bringing you guys with me." He talking on the headsets. My mom, "Boo man." So she yelled, right? And he heard her. So he like, "Mom, you called me?" She like, "What are you doing?" He like, "I'm on the game. I got to use the bathroom." She say, "We got to get up early. You need to be going to bed. Go to bed and cut that game off. I should have never let you bring it." Now we on Dad's side. Marky like, my mom like, "Rody Dody." She calling my name. So I'm like, why is she calling my name? So Marky like, Marky just like, "We caught," right? So he like, now we're laying on top of my dad's clothes and his shoes. Okay, so Marky like, "We caught. So my mom be like, Rody Dody, you don't hear me?" Now here's the deal. That was a big resort that we had. So, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I could probably hear you and I probably could. So as Caleb coming out the bathroom, she like, "Boo man." He like, "Yes." You hear him, right? "Yes." She like, "Tell Rody Dody to come here." He like, "Okay." And he leaves. So I'm like, oh my God. Now I'm panicking now over there. So he comes back. He say, "I don't see Rody Dody or Marky." She say, "You know what? If they snuck out this house, see, that's why at home I got an alarm. See, they just act like she gets up out the bed. She just cackling. Clack. She leaves out. So I'm like, oh, we gotta go. Now my dad is still asleep. He's a hard sleeper. I'm like, we gotta go. Marky like, no. So Marky straight up. Now it was my dad's wallet, the rental car keys, and his cool cigarettes, his cellular device, his cell phone. Marky straight grabbed the phone. I wasn't even thinking about the phone no more. I was just thinking about getting up out of there. Getting out the gym. I didn't think about nothing else. Okay? I was okay. I was trying to get up out of there. So boom, Marky still completed the mission. He grabbed the phone. Boom. We break out running out the room. We go in our room. So you hear the door shut. She went out the actual door. She said, "You know what? Ow! Ow!" She calling my dad's name, right? So I open up the door and I peek out. So she like, "You know what? Because they play. Where y'all been?" I'm like, "We been in the room." She say, "How?" When Caleb went in there and didn't see y'all in neither rooms. And then also, I just left out of both rooms. I didn't see y'all. I'm like, we was in the closet. Then we went out there to see if it was raining. We wanted to see if it was still hot. She like, "Raining. You wanted to go outside to see it?" I'm like, "Yeah, because I know it was hot and it was drizzling when we was walking back." She like, "You know what? Don't dot this door without asking me. It's late at night. You want to be the news broadcaster for the weather?" I'm like, "No." She said, "Step out this door. I promise you, I'm going to end this trip. Y'all act up if you want to." So Marky just sitting there. He ain't saying nothing, right? So my mom, boom, ends up leaving out the room, right? So she calls my name again. I'm like, soon as she leaves out, she's calling my name. So I'm walking. She ain't even back in the bed yet. I'm like, yeah. She like, go downstairs and make me a bowl of cereal. Now she was treating it. She was on the same routine like if we was at home. Now we did go a little shopping because we had a big kitchen. We had a kitchen in the resort. So boom, I pour a little cereal, a little bit of milk, got some ice in it. I had to rinse the ice off, of course, but got some ice in it. I go on here, I deliver it to her. She said, look, y'all can mess around and let me cancel this trip. Y'all gonna end up now. My dad sitting up there, he's smoking a cigarette like he don't even notice. Like he woke, he don't even notice that his phone is gone. My dad is not even a phone person. So boom, I go back in the room. I'm like, Mom talking about we do something else. She gone, you know what I'm saying, cancel the trip. Like we gonna have to go home. He like, I got the phone. I'm like, where is that? He like under the pillow. Like, so he went under the pillow. He like, you wanna call your little girlfriend Sydney? I'm like, yo, give me the phone. So boom, I called her phone straight up, and it rung, and I heard it, and I hung up. I'm like, oh, I said I was gonna call her private. So I called her private, right? I thought I hung up immediately, right? It rung like twice. So boom, I call her privately. Boom, she picks up. She like, hi, I knew it was you. I was like, how you know it was me? She was like, is this your number? I'm like, no, this not my number. She was like, what's up? I'm like, hey, I need a favor. She like, why are you up so late? I'm like, look, when is the tournament? She like, huh? I'm like, the tournament, the basketball tournament? She like, oh, it's tomorrow. She like, it's at 6. That's why when we have the tournament, right after that, everybody gonna shower, get dressed, and then they're gonna come to my party. So she was basically throwing a after party.